So thank you all for coming and welcome to the webinar on Files2U. And let's get started. So what we are FileCatalyst is a file transfer software company. We've been making file transfer softwares for over 20 years now. And what we do is we provide business-to-business file transfer tools that provide accelerated file transfer. What we do is we specialize really in those cases where you need to make really, really big files. We provide a lot of integration options with our tools that you can integrate directly into your enterprise, integration with LDAP, integration with your existing storage, NAS and SAN. We provide you with security, monitoring. We provide you with encryption also when you're transferring the data. So all of this is all of our offering. The last 2 years we've been putting a lot of effort into cloud storage and object storage. So we have integration with Amazon S3, OpenStack, Windows Azure, Google Blob. So if you need to move a lot of data to object storage in the cloud, we do have tools for that for you as well. So our claim to fame in the file transfer space is really the acceleration. So imagine you have a very big file, let's say a 10 GB file, and you have a 1 gig pipe, and you want to move this file from Amsterdam to London. That's about 350 kilometers. If you want to move this with traditional tools, it will take you an hour and a half. With us, it will take a minute 23. So this is our claim to fame, is the acceleration tools. But we've built a lot of other management tools, including automation, security, monitoring, as I mentioned before. So acceleration is a big part of it, but it's not the only one. Like these days, a lot of our customers use our software because of all the other tools we provide, not just acceleration. So what is Files2U? So we figured with this COVID-19 and isolation and people working from home, companies will need a simple, easy to use file transfer portal that doesn't require any login. It has to be free, and remote workers can quickly send large files, or files that normally would be blocked by sending via email attachment. For example, if you need to send an executable or maybe a zip file, sometimes those files are not allowed. So we figured we're going to create a portal that allows you to send files easily to anybody with an email address. So the concept is that you, as a sender, put in your email address information. You put in the email address of the recipient. You can select up to 40 files totaling 6 gigs. So you could have one file of 6 gigs, or you could have 10 files of 600 megs, as long as the package's total cannot be more than 6 gigs, and 40 files in total. And then the recipient will get a download link and a pin to download the file. The sender, of course, gets notified that the files have been downloaded after the sender downloads the files. And of course, everything optional can be accelerated with our acceleration software with Transfer Agent plugin. So this is the part of the demo here I'm just going to do for you. So here is, when you go to files2u.com, you get presented with this type of interface. So all you have to enter here is your own information. Again, you could this is a required field. It will help also the recipient to identify you. We originally were thinking just having an email here, but then the recipients were like, well, I don't know this person. I don't know if I should download the file. So we added the first and last name just to add it. This is the email address of the sender. In this case, in my demo, I'm going to be using the same email address for sending and receiving. But in other applications, you would of course put the recipient of the file that needs to send the files. You can put up to 3 recipients in here with a comma, and then add another recipient. In this case, I only have 1. So you put a message. You can request whether you want to get notification when the files have been downloaded, and you have to accept our terms and conditions. So terms and conditions are very simple. We try to keep it as simple as possible for the business user of today that needs to work from home. So make sure that it's not illegal. Make sure you have the copyrights for this material. You always remain the owner of this data. We will keep it on our server for 72 hours, but the ownership is yours. And then we reserve the right to delete these files anytime we want. And of course, everything is kind of done at your risk. If you send data that you shouldn't have, we're not going to be responsible for it. And that's about it. In terms of privacy, we reserve the right that we will once in a while send you an email regarding this service. We will not send you necessarily, we will not spam you. And we're usually very good at making sure that only the service requests and the emails that pertain to Files2U go to Files2U users. So let's go back here. Now I'm going to click on upload files. Oh, I have to agree to my terms and conditions. There we go. And now I'm ready to upload files. So all I have to do here, I have to select the file. And let's say here's a file I'm going to select and hit start upload. This uploads the file to the Files2U server and automatically generates a link, a sender to a link to the recipient, notifying them that there is a file to download. So here, my job as a sender is now complete. I have nothing else to do. So let's go to my email here. Let's go to my email here. And here are the two messages. Because I put the sender and receiver as the same person, I get both emails. So this is the confirmation of you as the sender getting that you've sent these files. And this is the link that the recipient will get. So now I'm putting on the hat of the recipient. So what you get here is, you get 72 hours to download these files. There is a pin. So every download, we've set it up here with that every download is pin protected. So you have to make sure you have this pin available. And then here's the link to download the files. So I just click on this link. And the system is prompting me for the PIN, which is in the email. This is a further security measure for someone that has the tracking number, doesn't necessarily have access to the files because they are also PIN protected. And now I'm ready to download the file. So I can download the file without acceleration or with acceleration. So if I click here, this will do a standard download within my web browser. If, however, I choose to download all files here, I will use our plugin and I will download the files with acceleration. So now the files are being downloaded. Actually, at this point, I can shut down my web browser and the download will complete. And here, the download is complete. So what I can do, I can just click here. This will reveal my folder where the file was downloaded. So here's my folder. The files go directly into downloads files from the sender. Of course, if you like this service, you can leave us a message or like us on Facebook. So this is all the options you can if you like the service. Another thing, so let's go back to the Gmail here, and I'll just show you some other. So now I showed you the two senders. So you got two emails as a sender. You get two emails for a recipient. So first one is that telling you that the transaction has been delivered. You can see here this is transaction has been delivered. And second one is that downloaded all the files. In case this was only one file, if there's multiple files, it will actually tell you the recipient, which files the recipient downloaded, which one they did it. So in this case, I only had one file, so you only see one, but that's the idea. So you now know as a recipient that you've downloaded all the files. Recipient has the files, and you're done. Again, you can do this, keep these files for up to 72 hours on the system, so on our server, so you can do this anytime you want. So that's as much as the demo goes. As I mentioned, what I showed you here with Files2U portal is really just you're scratching the tip of the iceberg. We have a lot more solutions that we can provide for businesses. This particular Files2U solution uses our FileCatalyst workflow and direct combined in this sort of easy to use portal, but the combinations and permutations of how you want to set up file transfer in your business are endless. And we provide a lot of other products. You know, we have direct, we have spaces, central. All these products provide you with different aspects. Some of them are more for automation, some of them are more for bulk, some of them are for web sharing, some of them are more for API driven and command line driven. These are all the options we provide, and of course, you have the acceleration option for all of this. So besides providing a free Files2U a service, which the portal that we've created for these hard times, we also are giving a $600 coupon for FileCatalystSpaces.com. So as I mentioned, the Files2U was built on a product that kind of powers FileCatalyst Spaces, where you could kind of set up this same type of portal, but mind you might have users and you might have more permissions, whatever. And of course, the portal will look like your business. It will not look like Files2U. So we're giving a $600 coupon for this. And as well, for those that need more automated on-premise type of setup, we also provide a $600 coupon for direct per gigabyte pricing. So what this means is that you sign up for FileCatalyst Direct, you get the file transfer acceleration software installed on in your facility, and we only bill you for the gigabytes that you use. So for every gig you transfer, we bill you, I think, roughly 20 cents per gig. And that's a sliding scale. It drops as you transfer more files, the cheaper it gets. Once you get to terabytes, it's, I think, like 2 cents a gig. So anyways, we're giving you a $600 coupon, which is equivalent of free sign up and I think 2 terabytes of data that you could transfer with this coupon. We have a lot of customers in the space. We've been, as I mentioned, doing this for 20 years. We work with companies in both media space, oil and gas, healthcare. We've done, if there's a file transfer workflow, we've done it. We have a lot of experience with this type of setup, and this gives you kind of, the Files2U is a very simple Files2U is a very simple workflow, and it's one of many options that we can provide. So that's it. Thank you very much all for watching, and hope you will enjoy Files2U, and see you around.